Hi, this is the story of how Freeway, the stray from Alabama, became Louie, the dog lounging in Delaware County. Um, I always knew that I wanted to adopt a dog. I'm very pro adoption, going to fundraisers for local shelters. My whole family's adopted animals. But I will say that there were a lot of things that I had to really consider before I adopted Lou. Um, One big consideration was that I live in a very populated area. I wanted a big dog, but I don't have a fence. So I had to really sit down with myself and think about, am I really going to walk the dog 3 times a day? What if that's not enough? Are you willing to hire a dog walker, do additional behavior training, all of that? Because we live in a highly populated area, I wanted a dog that wasn't going to be aggressive towards people, especially with the amount of times that he encounters, people that he might perceive as strangers. I have 2 cats. I remember the night before I adopted him, up until, he actually walked in the door, I just worried that they weren't going to react well to him, or even though, we were told he was all right around cats and he had been cat tested, what if he did show aggression towards them or went after them? So those are just some of the initial concerns I had. Of course, I also worried about health and how much a large dog's going to eat, all of that. I shopped around, well, I went to Pet Finder and did a lot of research with a lot of different organizations. Had to look at all of their adoption requirements. Once again, I don't have a fence, so that kind of disqualified me from some of them, which I totally understand. They're trying to avoid, the dogs going back to them because they're not being exercised and all that, but it required, some extra research. When I found Louie, he just kind of, from the description that they had of him online, he seemed to fit everything that I wanted. I really wanted a dog that fit that description of a gentle giant. As you can see, I got that. In his description, it said that he had these soulful eyes and he was a gentle giant, and I fell in love with that. But once again, I had some concerns. What if they were just, saying that and that wasn't true? This shelter was out of Alabama, so I wasn't going to get to meet him beforehand. So I had to really rely and trust on what these rescue people were telling me. And I knew that, once they transported him up, there was no turning back. So I had to be prepared to accept whatever I got. Also, I worried a little bit about the rescue itself, because it was just this little rescue out of Alabama, only funded by donations, not